Hello everyone, this is Mark.
This is John, and this is
It's Rock My Bean. Thank you for joining us and subscribing to our channel and hit the notification bell. We really appreciate you.
And today we have another well-known drummer.
And Jeff Porcaro from the band Toto.
Exactly, one of the most well-known drummers in the music industry. The late Jeff Porcaro, yes, he passed away a little short while ago, but he played with a lot of bands, and he was a session drummer before he played with Toto.
Yeah.
And then he did some more, played with other bands after that.
We are really sorry that he passed away.
Yes, he was very young, and he was only, I'm not sure how old he was. I think he was probably in his 50s, but nevertheless, very young and one of the best drummers in the world. Jeffrey Thomas Porcaro was an American drummer, songwriter, and record producer. He is best known for his work with the rock band Toto, but is one of the most recorded session musicians in history, working on hundreds of albums and thousands of sessions. He was born in April 1954, and he died in 1992, so it was quite a while ago, 1992. So he was quite young when he died. So, yes, I remember hearing Toto in the 70s, and he was their drummer, and Jeff Porcaro had he was able to play shuffles unlike anybody I know.
Yeah, except the song Africa, because it's kind of Latin, you know?
It's a shuffle. And you can't say except Africa, because that was the one with one of the big shuffles on it. And he put a sort of a shuffle and a bit of a Latin beat in it, but it was still a shuffle.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of the songs he put shuffles into them. We're going to watch him show us in a video here how he came up with the drum part for Rosanna, which was, I think, their biggest hit that ever, short of Africa, that Toto ever had.
I thought Hold the Line was their biggest hit.
That was until they did Rosanna. And then Rosanna upped it. And then they did Africa, and it upped Rosanna. So that's how it went.
Back and forth.
Well, one song got better than the next. And they were putting out better and better songs all through to the 80s. And that's when Africa came out, was the early 80s. So Jeff Porcaro, we're going to honor him today and his drumming skill. And he is respected by all drummers in the industry, in the business, everywhere. He could do shuffles that people who are great drummers...
And blues beats.
He could do shuffles and blues beats that most drummers that are really good can't even do themselves. That's how good they can't even figure out how he did them.
Yeah.
We're going to watch this video, and he's going to show us how he came up with the shuffle beat for Rosanna. And you know, Rosanna's got that dun, 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 dun. That is the beat he came up with. And you're going to be surprised to find out where he got the bass drum part from some other song, some other musician, and it fits perfectly. So here, we're going to play this for you. If you don't know the song Rosanna, I highly recommend you go listen to it before you watch the rest of this, or immediately afterward, and you'll see exactly what's so cool about that song and his percussive contribution. In the video we did earlier about Stuart Copeland.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about how his drumming style actually the Police unique and different?
Yes.
Jeff Porcaro was the same way. Okay, and here we go. We're going to start this off.
Okay, let's get to it.
I stole that beat from listening to two records. One was Home at Last and Babylon Sisters, which is Bernard Purdie, Steely Dan.
That's Jeff Porcaro.
So he took
another is John Bonham on...
Okay, so he took part of the song from this Bernard Richards from Steely Dan, took part of the drum part from John Bonham.
Fool in the Rain, as Led Zeppelin.
Fool in the Rain from Led Zeppelin.
The Bernard Purdie thing, I like to call it the Bernard Purdie halftime shuffle, is basically this.
Right.
The John Bonham beat that I copied from Fool in the Rain was something
Fool
like
in the
this.
Rain.
Fool in the Rain.
That's the
Putting
beat?
those two beats together, I came up with my own little kind of hybrid. For Rosanna, I added the Bo Diddley figure. It's a shuffle Bo Diddley figure.
Bo Diddley finger.
Boom,
Basically.
boom, boom.
And Putting it together, this is what it came up with.
This is the beat for Rosanna.
All right, let me break this beat down for you. On the hi-hat, I'm playing the first and last note of the triplet on each beat. With the left hand, I'm going to ghost the second note of each triplet on each beat. Something like this.
I'm going to stop that. So he's playing a triplet, but he's ghosting the last. So it's like hit, hit, ghost, hit, hit, ghost, hit, hit, ghost. So a ghost is a very light tap.
Yeah.
So he's that's how he's getting a triplet.
Yeah.
That's part of the beat.
Now I'm going to add the backbeat on the third beat on the snare drum, and I'm going to ghost the second note of the third triplet. Something like this.
That's a hard beat to learn.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Bo diddley shuffle bass drum figure.
Do you know how to play Rosanna?
Yep.
Boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom.
All together it should be something like this.
There's
Here,
even
put it together.
the bass drum is not too challenging, but the hi-hat and the snare drum
That's the
is.
basic.
You put all that together, and it's challenging, man. It's challenging, even for me. You really got to think about what you're doing. You can't just fall into it. You're doing a lot of stuff at the same time.
Groove. Now you can do things like play quarter notes on the hi-hat like
That guy is
to get a
amazing.
different kind of lope out of it. And that would sound like this. Okay, now I'm going to play a little bit of this groove with the band so that you can play along. 1, 2, 3.
Who's playing the keyboard?
Someone over there. Play the keyboard.
Bam. Toto is kind of like a pop music.
Yes, but it's very complex pop music. There goes the right cymbal. Does it the same there. Oh, it hits the hi-hat with his left hand. He's hitting the hi-hat one. There we go. Wow.
That was very hard.
That was terrific. We're going to stop this. And yes, that was amazing.
John Bonham.
John Bonham.
Yeah.
John Bonham from the Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
So that was Jeff Porcaro showing us how he put the shuffle beat for Rosanna together.
Yeah.
And I know he did it with other songs like Hold the Line and a lot of other songs.
That's what I'm going to play.
Yep,
Hold the line.
We're going to try. Mark's going to try to learn Hold the Line for his next recital. We talk every 5 weeks. We do recite. We learn songs, about 4 to 5 songs, and they get progressively harder and complex.
Yeah.
So that he gets better and better. And for 2 years we've been doing this, and we got to learn a whole new slew of songs now.
Yeah.
And one of them is going to be Hold the Line. So you're going to learn how to do a Jeff Porcaro shuffle.
I did Jeff Porcaro Toto Africa.
Yes, but we didn't play it the same way he did it. We did a sort of our own version. This is going to be Jeff Porcaro's shuffle. So we're going to see how that goes. But it's a good experience to learn. We might have to simplify it to let you do it.
Yeah.
But you're going to learn how a shuffle, how complex his really was when you try to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're using so much, you're doing so much with your hands, the cymbal, the hi-hat, and the hi-hat, the snare drum, and the bass drum.
Yeah.
You're doing so much, and you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's challenging, even for me, and I've been doing it 50 years.
Yeah, and journey separate ways.
Well, that was comparatively easy compared to this. What he's doing. So I love the song Rosanna, and I like hearing his drumming. It's always unique, complex, and just special. And as a drummer, I really appreciate the subtlety. Even Simon Phillips said he cannot play Jeff Porcaro's shuffles all the time.
Oh, just a reminder. I thought that Toto was like in the same time of Police was in was in touring.
It was.
So I think Police did Roseanne too, or Roxana.
They did Roxanne.
Oh,
that's a confusion.
Yeah.
Police did Roxanne. Toto did Rosanna. But you're right. They were about the same time. They came out around the same time.
Yeah.
They were contemporary with each other.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's Jeff Porcaro.
Excuse me.
We hope you've enjoyed this little bit about this amazing drummer. There's so much more to learn, but he's got a couple instructional videos on YouTube you can watch that I think is very interesting. But it lets us realize how amazing this guy really was as a drummer.
Yeah.
And the respect we have for him.
And his drumming is very hard.
It can be. Like I said, Simon Phillips, one of the best drummers in the world,
said
he cannot reproduce Jeff Porcaro's shuffles all the way.
Yeah.
That tells you something. So, well, that's all I have for today's video. We are glad you joined us. Thank you for always joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and comment down below what we want us to review.
Yes, give us some suggestions. We'll review equipment, drummers, songs with great drumming in it, all world music. We're not just going to stick with rock music. It can be jazz. It can be
disco.
In fact, we're going to be doing some ethnic drumming stuff pretty soon. It's going to be a surprise.
What's ethnic drumming?
Ethnic. That's in different countries.
That is amazing. Yeah, so I want to see ethnic drumming.
Well, you're going to be right here doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be a blast. So please join us for further episodes. We hope if you got any comments to improve what we're doing, and let us know what you'd like to hear. We are all ears. We're ready to hear what you have to say and give you what you want. So thank you again, and we will see you again.
Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day.
See you again next time.